Should be a really interesting conversation. Oh, can I do the check with this guy?
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to. It's not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. Suit yourself a few.
You know what? I don't want to talk to that guy. Manana?
Hola, wandering man. The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
Everett says Titus Hardy and his voice killed him.
That's so. I haven't heard anything about that. But if that's true, well, I ain't the murderer.
Understood.
No problem.
This is all stuff that we talked about before. Wait.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever. Remember, Leo, all items on the list, hundreds of, and the same material. You already went through the drawers. So
Okay, nothing new there. Oh, I'm so excited. We're going to be able to open up that thing. The canister. Weird. Oh, that's sad.
this is the Night Watchman's booth. The name, generally speaking, it would be dishonorable to take it. But then, it looks like a military uniform, and wearing that is very honorable. So, a conflict of honor, it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I suppose René is not going to be needing it anymore. It's a bit too colorful for my taste, though.
It's needed for work and, you know, this is gonna take my shit to the next level.
Fantastic. Try not to wear it with other similarly colorful clothes, okay?
Let's take a look at that. Oh, wow. Royal Carabiner jacket, +1 to Revolutionary nationhood, proud nationalists. The beautifully adorned jacket of the Royal Carabiners. Has 3 stars on its shoulders and the word Capitaine written on the chest. Neatly patched here and there. It's impossible not to feel love for the fatherland when you wear it. Damn. Reaction speed. These pants are made from synthetic lightweight fiber and designed to let the carabiners' legs and groin breathe. That's always good. Red stripes are there to inspire courage, while the golden stripe symbolizes the patriotic flame in the wearer's heart. Let's go colorful. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just ignore what Kim says.
There, in that container you moved, there's something rich in there. We've got to get inside.
But I already tried to convince it to open for me and failed.
Then it's time to show you how a master does it. No lock survives a round with savvy. Get me up close.
Okay. Let's get savvy up and running here. Let's savvy it up. Let's get savvy with it. Yes. No. No. all I have? Oh, okay. Okay.
You're back before the cargo container.
Wait.
Its draw
It's
has
rhetoric.
not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Been in the world for 2 days. In the world for many days. Precarious world. Savvy's here. It's rhetoric. Ah! Someday. I thought I had at least one thing. I do not.
You're back before the cargo
Do
container. It's step aside, rank and file. Savvy's at the top of the VIP list here. That's right. Out of the way. Whoa. Watch it. How'd he get in front? Little slime ball. Thank you, thank you. Now, are you ready? It's time to make our entrance.
I think it would have been kind of cool if they had different voices for each one instead of just having the same narrator. Hi, it's Savvy here. Savvy with 2 V's. I'm on the list, the guest list.
At first, your knock rings hollow on the door. And then, just like that, you hear a click, then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door.
Ahoy! Come on in!
Make a rich light bending guy.
You can't be serious.
Yes. Another boss taken down by the Savvy. What the fuck?
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital. The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review.
Squint.
Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, and echo. Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard.
He failed.
In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
Hello. Wow. Wow.
Welcome. Sabi, was it? Make yourself at home. Sorry, I'm not better able to receive you. I wasn't expecting visitors today.
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
He's got like a Russian Scottish thing going on, kind of like what's his name in Hunt for Red October? Sean Connery.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
What can you see? What you can see of his body appears composed in a sharp summer suit and yacht shoes. Who are you?
Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days. Anyhow, my name is Rustam Diodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And your name is Sabi, right?
We've hit the big time. This is the man who's going to make you rich. Always rely on your friendly neighborhood swindler.
Mr. Theodore, I think there's been some confusion. His name is, in fact, not Savvy. Let's start over. I am Lieutenant Kim Kisoragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau!
Pleasure to meet you, Raphael. I'm surprised in a positive manner, do understand, about your exceedingly high net worth name.
We need a high net worth name to deal with mega rich light bending guy.
It is not. Never mind.
Oh, don't you worry, Lieutenant. I can tell a good man when I see one.
How did you become so rich?
Oh lord, not this again.
Ignore him.
We have a murder to solve, and yet you go around bothering everyone about money, arguing that you think it's somehow related to the case. And yet, it never seems to get us any closer to solving the case.
We're getting closer.
It's quite alright. I'm used to the question by now. To be blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Graz.
So we need to find a rich grandmother to inherit from.
All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
True. What's it like being an extremely high net worth individual?
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level. But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what. Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really.
Okay, lots of options. You're right, capital accumulation is its own reward. Don't you think that you should use your great wealth for the glory of your fatherland? You're a thief. People out there are working their asses off while you chill here. It's great that you've done so well for yourself, but don't you think you owe some of that wealth to the rest of society? Capital accumulation is its own reward.
Precisely, Mr. Cousteau. May I call you Raphael? You know, I hear people talk sometimes about economic equality and fairness and all that kind of stuff. But tell me, where would we be without liberalism? In caves, whacking each other with bones.
That would suck.
A nightmare scenario, a world of slavery and violence. Which brings us back to the essential truth of modernism. Where we are right now, the freedom of mankind can only be derived from the free flow of capital.
Man, being a high net worth individual sounds great.
It is truly. It's almost entirely carefree. It really leaves you time to better yourself spiritually.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about.
There's something strange about you.
What do you mean?
His essence seems to signify actual surprise. Well, I don't know how to put it. You look somehow a little different.
Are you talking about my chin?
No. I mean, I can't even see you? It's just something is happening to the light.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
Or what?
It's some statistical thing. In essence, it says that when an extremely low net worth individual meets an extremely high net worth individual, some of the laws of physics cease to apply.
Are you telling me that you are so rich that light literally bends around your face?
Among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire.
I'm calm.
That's good.
Kim, are you seeing this weird stuff?
I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who's unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
So he doesn't see the light bending?
Yes. I imagine that does look strange to you. My container.
Wait, What is this? Did our money just go way up? 300. What? What are you doing in this container?
Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think.
Do we have like unlimited money now?
By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
We're in Martinez, a district of Revachol, the former capital of the world. Pretty good hostel here called Whirling in Rags. Cool church here. There's a let's talk about the church. That's one of our finest accomplishments, I feel like.
Was it Krasmazov that said, religion is parolidon for the masses? He may have been a communard, but we're in agreement about that. Still, I imagine the architecture is quite lovely. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
So you travel from place to place via shipping container.
Smart, no? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to.
Smart. I don't know about that.
Luxury yachts, high-fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle-class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
So you're saying being rich isn't worth the hassle?
What? No, I didn't say that at all. Being rich is great. Just don't tell anyone I told you that.
The bending light appears to wink. You're a rich investor, right? Can I have some money?
Could you please stop asking people for money? It does not reflect well on the RCM, and to be perfectly frank, we can't afford to look worse than we already do.
But Kim, I also can't afford to look any better than I do now. That's why I need the money.
It's perfectly alright. Based on your appearance, I can tell I'm dealing with a smart man. As you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think I only have coins for coffee machines. Here is 3 real.
Hey!
How much can you get for this?
You sure you don't have any more? I thought you were a billionaire.
Yes, I'm sure. You know,
The light seems to bend more aggressively.
Reminds you of that Joyce woman, doesn't he? Can't get rich by giving out free money.
maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
This is a proposal, not a question.
Is this like an effect or something? Because we're so close to the high net worth, or our net worth like is bugged out.
These ultra-liberal types love losing huge sums of money on ludicrous proposals. Ergo, you should come up with a plan that's totally dead in the water.
Have you considered breaking into the local art market?
There it is. I knew it as soon as you did the Milton 32-8 knock. A fellow entrepreneur.
That was savvy.
The art market, you say? Possibly. As I said, I don't carry much money on my person, but do go on. What are you thinking?
I've recently discovered a local painter with enormous potential. We don't need to, we know what the Milton 32-8 knock is, all right? We don't need to ask about that.
A painter? I'm always looking to expand into new asset classes. Who's the artist?
Cindy the Skull.
Aha. And the name of the piece?
Oh, well, I named it Murder. He leans in to take a good look at the rectangular plastic board coated with thick emulsion. The arduous slaughter of the 8th pinniped. Yeah, that sounds good.
There's no sign of a reaction for a good 3 seconds. Then,
Wonderful things, aren't they? Names. They can completely change your reading of a person Or in this case, a painting.
Nod confidently.
Before I invest, I need to know more about the work. How do I know this asset is going to appreciate with time?
This is the only question that matters. Fail to come up with an interesting hook, and he's out. The comfortably wealthy want their views challenged when making a purchase. Don't hold back.
Staring at it long enough lets you immerse yourself in carpe. I don't know what that is. The artist is struggling, really struggling. You're actually the first person to see this painting after the artist. Comfortably wealthy want their views challenged. Value is something you should discover for yourself. What do you see?
I see.
Light appears to concentrate.
I'll be honest. All I see are splatters that lack any true intention.
Why are you letting this opportunity slip away? Give him a story, an experience. Make him want to run away with this painting and marry it in secret.
Please, if there's something I'm missing, I'd love to know what it is.
I don't know what this is, so I'm picking it. Staring at it long enough will let you immerse yourself in carpe.
It lets you immerse yourself in a modern school of thought. Are you sure?
10 seconds. Borders dissipate. 20 seconds. Loss of self. 30 seconds. Everything dissimulates into raw unreality. That's just one of the many dangers of getting too deep into carpe.
Carpe.
Complete nonsense. Both carpe and what you just said. Can't bathe in thoughts.
Carpe is dangerous. It spreads like a virus, infecting entire universities. I think, okay, let's go with, yes, spend time with it and the whole world becomes defined by carpe.
Sounds like a hell of a trip. I really must experience it for myself.
The light emanating from him seems to intensify.
Great work. That might have done it.
Well, I think that settles it. You
Yes!
found a buyer, my friend. A pleasure transacting with you.
The light around him warms you like a friendly embrace.
However, there are a few complications. I don't have the cash on me right now to pay for art of this caliber. What I can instead offer are shares in Mauer Koschlei Mercury Group.
Shares. That's even better. You can do a lot with them if you play your cards right.
What are these shares worth?
I bought these shares many years ago for a steal. As predicted, Mauer Koschlei Mercury's operating profit has increased year on year, and there is no signs of it slowing down. People always need mercury, which means you could net yourself a considerable profit if you need some immediate liquidity. But if you don't mind waiting, I expect the value of these shares to double within the next 5 years.
Seems like a clever investment. Definitely worth thinking about if you care about your future. What is the group?
It's a Gotwaldian Ilmaran company that specializes in extracting mercury. It's seen massive growth lately due to the discovery of Riotvark mercury. Have you heard about it? At the moment, it's trading at more than 1.5 times the price of gold. That's because it's an essential component in the next generation of radio computers. The RAM's using it in their next model. I can't wait for mine to turn up. My predictions say its improved speed and azimuthal range should increase my trade efficiency by whopping 46%. You really should order one if you don't want to be left behind.
We have a deal.
Splendid.
You hear the sound of expensive fabrics brushing against each other. When it stops, a roll of paper emerges from the radiance.
It looks almost ethereal. Is it even real?
What's that?
This is a stock certificate. Well, a photocopy of one. Nevertheless, it's solid proof that you own shares in Mauer Koschlei Mercury Group.
He's got a photocopy. Thanks.
The light around the individual in front of you changes somehow as you take the scroll. You can't figure out what's different. You just know that it is. Something's rattling within you. It feels like the first penny dropped into a piggy bank. This transaction has changed the physical relationship between you. You are now more alike somehow.
That concludes our part of the transaction. Once you've turned over the asset, my people will get the legal ball rolling. Another deal complete. Welcome to the big leagues! If you haven't already, I'd advise you to consider hiring a personal brand strategist.
Could you hook me up with one?
Unfortunately not. I only know the ones who work with multi-millionaires and beyond. But take a look around, and I'm sure you'll find one. Personal brand strategists are attracted to money like sharks to blood. You'll find having net worth opens many new doors for you.
Oh, what about Idiot Death Spiral? Wasn't he like a brand guy? Here's an avant-garde proposal. What about Idiot Doom Spiral? Me and Savvy were like that. I clapped my hands together in case you couldn't hear it. He used to hustle and hang with the sales hawks and trend pushers of the marketing world. Let's ask him if he knows any personal brand strategists.
Oh, and we should see what this net worth can do. Might score a discount, or better yet, get you some free goods. That's the kind of thing that really makes you feel like a hotshot. Ask the local merchants about it if you get the chance.
So, what's next on the agenda?
So they wanted me to present an investment plan that is sure to fail. Can I come back and do that? Fuck it, let's try it.
Congratulations. You've somehow managed to fail at failing, which means, in a strange way, that you've succeeded.
You should invest in a youth center.
A youth center, huh? What kind of youth center?
A place to train buff kids.
I should have selected the good thing that would succeed, and then I would have suggested a failure.
A place to teach them practical skills like teamwork and self-discipline. Come on, tell him what he wants to hear.
One dedicated to instilling liberal economic values in children from low net worth families.
Brilliant! Without children, who'll be there to buy stuff in the future?
Yes, and if it doesn't work out, we can always repurpose the center as a shopping mall or private equity firm.
When life closes a door, it opens a window, yes? What's the expected return on this?
Highly educated, work-ready human capital, ready to be directed toward any number of your vast interests. Or, with human beings, there's always a risk associated, which is why we've got to hold on to the center itself as a fallback. Nah, number one for sure.
You're deep into ultra-liberal territory now. Good work.
Very impressive. You've got a natural eye for unusual investment opportunities.
I know.
I don't normally do this without a formal pitch deck, but to hell with it. What's the point of being rich if you have to follow all the rules? Here's a round of seed funding. This should be enough to prove out the concept and get things off the ground.
Why would I still, like I just got 100 and nothing changed?
Ratan, now's your chance to take some time off. Spend it with your good buddy and get absolutely wrecked in the process.
Drugs do go well with money, I agree.
Nothing less than total annihilation will suffice.
Hello, darkness.
The lieutenant looks at you with horror. You've been mumbling to your necktie in a daze for several minutes.
Yes. Now you're displaying it. The eccentricity that becomes a wealthy individual.
If the money saint's visage weren't wrapped in physics-defying light, you would see his approval. Thank you for placing your unwavering trust in me.
Remember, it's not a handout. It's an investment, and I expect to see returns.
The lieutenant stands there, dumbfounded. His mouth opens slightly, then closes again. Is he having a stroke?
Kim, are you having a stroke?
No, I'm not having a stroke. You're just still full of surprises, most of them bad, but some good.
They've all been good, Cam. Don't lie.
Now, was there anything else I could help you gentlemen with?
We should get back to our investigation. Thanks for your time.
The pleasure was mine. Unfortunately, I must be away soon. The next time we meet, I'll be expecting an update on my investment. Farewell, friend, and may your peace of mind guide you to happiness.
That was fucking bizarre. Do we actually have all that money now? Or was it just like fucked up because we were so close to him and now it's going to go back to 100?